Hey guys, Naisha here, just an average girl. And before I begin, huge major shout outs for those who have subscribed to me and have stuck with me throughout all of this. I know the last time I spoke to you guys was, I think, sometime in June, but a lot has been going on ever since my last trip to Universal. Nothing wrong, no one got sick. However, my grandmother passed away last month. She had Alzheimer's, and just everything just started crashing. We found out that she also had a tumor, and at least she went in peace and stuff. She passed away in her sleep at home, where at least we were there for her up to the final moment. She no longer has to suffer and whatnot. And it was hard because she's my last grandma. She passed on the 29th of last month, and it really did take a toll on me because she was my last grandma. My first grandma from my dad's side, my dad's mom, she passed in 2007, and now my mom's mom, she passed away this year. And it was hard because the stories that I heard that she has done growing up are amazing. I mean, she started out as a CNA, and then from there, a seamstress. She traveled and just saw amazing things in her life, and it inspired me also. Because I like to travel. I like to see new and exciting things. I like to go to theme parks, and it's amazing because growing up I always thought that I was going to be a homebody person, that I wouldn't go anywhere. But the military opened my eyes to the wonders of this world, and just there are days where I don't mind staying home, but then there are days where I just want to get up and go. So that was that. Saturday of this month was my test to get my license for medical billing and coding. I was stressed out and nervous as hell. I honestly, when I practiced, I studied, I did practice tests, and I thought that I was going to bomb this thing terribly. And the night before, I was freaking out. But, with the thanks of my family and stuff reminding me, hey, don't sweat it, you'll be fine, and stuff, and to keep the faith and to keep the hope. And when I actually took the actual test, it was nothing like the practice tests. And I'm like, what the hell? But it definitely reassured me that everything was going to be fine. I won't know the results until the end of this week. I'm a little nervous, but I really, really, really hope that I passed it, because the last time I took this test, I was off by 2 points. You have to pass with a 70, and I only got a 68%, and that devastated me big time. So here's hoping. Financially, things have been pretty good. I've been chalking down a lot of expenses, and I realized that using Dave Ramsey's technique, yes, it has some good points to it, but then at the same time, I'm also adding a little bit of things to it, because earlier this year I said that I was going to, come up with ways to pay off my bills, and it actually is working. It may not be the pace that I like it, but it has brought up my credit score, substantially, and I'm very impressed. So I would definitely say I'm at the halfway mark. As for me, health-wise, I don't know if it's just the stress of everything from my grandma to the test, but things have just been crazy. And I honestly have to admit, I did get nervous a couple of times and all that stuff. The plus side is, though, last month I did have a nerve conduction test done with my neurologist, and I thank her for actually listening to me, because to be honest with you, I didn't think anyone was going to believe me. The neurosurgeon doesn't believe me. My own primary doctor doesn't believe me. And when we did the nerve conduction test, I was hoping and praying to God that there was going to be some kind of indication to prove that what's been going on with me, with my legs and all that stuff, has something to do with the cyst. And lo and behold, yes. When I had the nerve conduction test, I ruled out peripheral neuropathy, because that's what the military diagnosed me with. And when she did my back, that's when she noticed that, yes, there is something going on. And she has concluded that it has something to do with the cysts. And also on top of that, there is also another one. It's a synovial cyst, and that is resting on my L3, L4. It's kind of like a ganglion cyst where it kind of bubbles up on your skin and stuff. You'll see a picture of that. But this time it's on my spine, and it's where the synovial fluid, that's what keeps your spine, moist and all that stuff, to be able to move and bend and whatnot, that is causing a type of arthritis, and that can also, create neurological problems as well. The options she gave me are pain management, which I declined because I take natural remedies like curcumin and turmeric and cinnamon and all that stuff. So pretty much, and I ice and I heat. So I do maintain I do have a pain management. I don't need medications and stuff, thankfully. I don't see myself getting there. I continue to try and find bigger and better methods to help, avoid heavy medications, because they can be addicting and it can be detrimental. Personally, I believe it could be detrimental to your health and stuff. I can't speak for anybody but myself. So that was one option. Another one is surgery, but she and I both agree that we're not there yet. And I'm going to keep it that way. I'm going to continue to, maintain the diet, even, probably touch up on my diet a little bit, and, try and find exercises, stretches that will help keep my spine lubricated and to avoid any more cysts developing, whether it's a Tarlov, whether it's a synovial. That's, the goal. And the third part was steroid injections, which is pretty much like a nerve block, where they inject a type of steroid in you, and it gives you that moment of normalcy. I don't know if I pronounce that right, but it makes you feel like you again. However, unfortunately, it's temporary. And let's face it, steroids aren't really a good thing either. And all that stuff. There's side effects to it. And so I agreed to a nerve block test, because that will also help and prove and show that the Tarlov cysts, the synovial cysts, all of that is what's, affecting my legs and other parts. And for a time when all of this was happening, I honestly just couldn't focus on you guys. And I feel really, really bad, because, I do peek in every now and then, And I saw, people coming in and subscribing. And, again, I appreciate you guys, hanging on with me on this channel. And I deeply apologize that I'm not posting as often as I used to, because, with COVID going on and work, it can be strenuous. And sometimes when I get off of work, I am dead tired. I mean, just the other day, even though I had 3 days off, all of Tuesday, I was just lying down on my couch because I was in pain. I'm not gonna lie, and all that stuff, because I work a full-time job. I work 12 hours. Yes, I sit at my desk, but every now and then I move, I get up, I go, I walk around, so that way I'm not sitting at my desk all the time, because that's not good for you. Even for 8 hours, that's technically should not be good for you, and all that stuff, because you have to get up and you have to move. But yeah, I was in pain. I iced, I heated, and stuff. I took once again the turmeric and all that stuff. And I was close to taking a leave and Tylenol to help make it go away. But I listened to myself, and my body was telling me, hey, I need a break. Because the thing was, my mind was telling me, no, we got stuff to do, there's things to do, but my body was like, just please give me this moment. So I listened, and I binge watched shows, and I worked on stuff on my laptop, scripts, by the way. I got 3 for that Tarlov Cysts series, so I haven't forgotten about you, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I took a break, and then after that, I took it easy, and all that stuff, because I didn't want to overdo it. And so yeah, I have to I'm finding a balance, and I'm not giving up hope, and I hope I don't sound negative or depressed about this, because I don't feel I'm not. I'm just telling you like it is. It's not easy, but I'm making it work. I'm not giving up, and I mean, especially the fact that I had a neurologist believe me that the cysts have something to do with what's going on with me. That made a heavy burden a lot more lighter. It pushes me to continue to help encourage people that are in similar situations that I have, that have Tarlov cysts, or anyone that they know that have Tarlov cysts, to not give up, and to encourage each other to keep fighting the fight, and keep finding ways to make our lives a lot more better, and stuff. Because yes, it can be bad. Yes, sometimes it can be depressing, if you want to call it that, but there's so much to look forward to. There is so much to hope and whatnot. It could be a stressful thing, but I'm not one to give up. And that's why when I do the Tarlov Cysts series, I want not only to throw a little education in there, but to encourage people not to give up. I mean, I can't speak for those who have like 8 or 9 cysts. I cannot imagine the pain that those people go through. I mean, hell, the 2 that I have is just it's annoying. I mean, from a scale of 1 to 10, I'm usually like a 6 or 7, and stuff, and I'm used to it. Sometimes I can get up to 8. And whatnot. It's been a while since I've shed tears and stuff, to the amount of pain that I've been in. But at least, like I said, normally I'm about a 7 on a daily basis. I'm about a 6 or 7. But like I said, those who are in worse shape and stuff, that have more cysts than I do, I salute them for standing strong and enduring the pain, because I can't imagine how much pain that they are enduring. Because that one experience that I had in 2017, where it was like knives, sharp objects just poking at my spine, at my lower back, I mean, I was screaming and hollering in pain, because it was like indescribable. I don't know what being stabbed feels like, But if that's what being stabbed to death feels like, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Because it's a pain that I've never experienced before. And it's like being, it's torture. Because it was the most sharp shooting pain that I've ever experienced, and it just like goes up and down your legs, and to the point where you can't feel your legs, and you freak out because it's like, oh my goodness, is this where I become a paraplegic? But anyway, like I said, I look forward to doing this series, and I look forward to sharing my research on this, because I feel that there's not a lot of information out there, or there's so many questions that are not answered. And like I said, these are just my theories and my thoughts and stuff, and I look forward to hearing the comments of people who have learned something about the subjects that I'll be talking about during the Tarlov Cysts series. So definitely stay tuned for that. But I'm gonna find a balance where I can do a schedule, because it's not so much the filming. The filming is not the problem. It's the editing. The editing is a lot. And because I try not to be a perfectionist, but a little bit of the video, editing in me, I have to do fancy schmancy stuff, and I want to make it exciting. I want to make it, informative, but I also want to make it where I'm not boring you guys to death either. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update to what's going on. And, again, I appreciate you guys. A huge and major shout out to all those who have subscribed to me recently. And stuff. You guys are amazing, and just I thank you. And I will like I said, until next time, guys, I will definitely have my episodes ready soon. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna listen to my body a little bit more. If there are days where if I have to do it on the couch like I did in the past, hey, I'll do it, and all of that stuff. But yeah, just now that everything has settled and I'm at peace with what's been going on, it's time for me to start back up again. So stay tuned for more episodes. Until next time, guys, this is Naisha Marine, and I'm just an average girl. Stay tuned.